You know, so many times in my life I've been in this town, and the first time I was in this town, I ended up having two children as a result of that encounter. The second time I came with my, I want to say four kids, but I think it was only two. And now this time, I've been here more than just three times, but I could call it the third time for poetry's sake. Yeah, I'm here on a whole new kind of chapter. A new kind of interpersonal adventure, I guess you could call it. And it's funny, I was reflecting on this yesterday and thinking, was I afraid of getting involved with somebody personally all this time? I mean, I have no conscious concern or thought to, oh, am I going to be involved with somebody or have a relationship? I never think about stuff like that. But when I feel the acuteness of this, what it means to be in an interpersonal relationship, it's kind of like, you could justifiably say that it's an edge, and maybe one that not everybody's up for. Anyway, just to say, it's always been a magical place, and I'm really excited to see what the day brings. And here's my special guest for today.
Hello.
How many of you know Mr. David Taylor? Is that your name?
That is my name.
Okay, so we're starting off in the very wonderful environ of the town of, not even sure what town it is anymore.
St John's Car Park, which
Oh,
is
great.
right next to the world famous Glastonbury Abbey, which you can see over the wall there, which was built on the site of the first ever Christian church in Britain. The story is, you see, that Jesus came during his lost years, that he came to Glastonbury and did those feet in ancient times, as in the very famous William Blake song, hymn. And so then they built this church on the site of the first ever church dedicated to Mary the Virgin. And since then it became a Benedictine monastery. For a long time before the Roman Catholics came, it was a Quickie Christian monastery.
It was a what Christian monastery?
Quickie, the early...
Sorry, can you say that again? Because what was it?
It was the early Celtic Christians who were here until the Roman Catholics took over, and then it became a Benedictine monastery. And there's all kind of ley lines past, dedicated to Mary the Virgin. Funny thing is, on the other side of the road where we're going,
Okay.
there was a church dedicated to Mary Magdalene. So they say, and the flower for the Mary Virgin side of the road is the white rose. But then the colour on the other side, which used to have a license for prostitution, the colour there is red. And what happened in a lot of places of pilgrimage, the pilgrims would come, but they would have their bodily needs, and they would be met in these great centres of prostitution and sexual activity. So Glastonbury was well known, throughout that medieval period for sex.
Wow. Mind blown. Well, I mean, this is kind of like
Still is.
off the beaten track kind of tour guiding here. Okay, more on this later.